Hello, 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 and welcome to the Dreams to Keys Realty YouTube channel. I am Jalon Strong, the Essential Millennial Realtor of Dreams to Keys Realty, and we are here for another video and live about market data. This time we will be talking about Dekalb County. In the last video, we previously talked about Gwinnett County. Both are counties of Georgia that I service as a realtor. So welcome to our YouTube channel. We are not on TikTok today, though we have found that TikTok is back active for the US, and we are happy to see that. However, we would like to continue with our YouTube lives to maintain consistency, as there may be some changes that still may occur with TikTok moving forward this year. So you can find us here on YouTube for any lives that we have. If you are here in YouTube land, please leave us a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can know every time we post content or we are live on YouTube or any other platform. Follow us on our other platforms. You can find us on the other platforms from the link in the bio. So if you go to the link in the bio or the link in the description box here on YouTube, you will see our other platforms, and that will bring us to our link in the bio highlight of the week. The link in the bio highlight of the week this week is one of our newest additions to social media. So we have created another social media page on a platform called Blue Sky. Blue Sky is not anything like TikTok, so I don't want you to think that it's our alternative for TikTok. We are still currently on TikTok while it is active in the US. However, we are now on Blue Sky as well. And I'm going to share my screen so that you can see how we have added the Blue Sky icon for our page in our link in the bio. Give me 1 second so I can share the screen. And I always like to make sure that you all can see what I see. So give me 1 second to double check that. All right, it looks like we're good. So this is the link in the bio or the link in the description if you are on YouTube. And what you will now see is we've removed our TikTok icon. So even though we are still on TikTok, there are a lot of changes that are presumed to occur with TikTok this year. And until there's consistency, we're going to maintain our other social media platforms. So you see that we have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. We now have added this icon for Blue Sky on Substack. So the link in the bio highlight of the week is Blue Sky. So you can click here to go to our Blue Sky page. Blue Sky is something that you might consider close to a Twitter or X social media platform. We are new to this page, so we don't have a lot of content on here yet, but please follow us here. And because we're just introducing it to you all, we know we don't have many followers on this page just yet, but follow us here and we'll be engaging with you more and more. We have already put up some posts, some updates, so make sure that you're following us here on Blue Sky. As you may remember from our live about the Gwinnett County data, we were doing a hoodie discount, 30% off. And you saw me wearing the hoodie. I'm wearing the hoodie today as well. So that discount is now over. So if you want to keep in contact with us, keep up to date with us, you want to make sure that you subscribe here on YouTube, follow us on our other platforms, and that way you can know what's going on so that you don't miss any discounts or any information that might help you or someone you know. As you saw in the intro, we have free consultations. You would also incur a $15 no-show fee if you do not show up for the time of your consultation. We've talked about that previously on the link in bio link, which is beacons.ai/Jalon Strong. This first tab that says Let's Talk will take you to where you can schedule your consultation. It is a video call. Again, it is free for up to 1 hour with me talking about your specific scenario. If you do not show up on video for that consultation time frame, then you will incur a $15 no-show fee. Because of that, when you are scheduling your consultation, it will ask you some information to draft that $15 no-show fee if you do not attend. So the point there is it's free as long as you attend. If you do not attend or you realize ahead of time that you cannot attend, please reschedule it so that you do not incur the $15 no-show fee so that we can maximize our opportunities for those that are really serious about the home ownership journey. We've talked about the My Dreams Have Keys merchandise. The collection includes not just the hoodies, but journals, crew necks, shirts, baseball style shirts, and we may in the future add more things. But of course, you can go to the link in the bio as you see right under the Let's Talk tab to the Dreams to Keys Realty merch and find all of our merchandise on there. You will also find ebooks accessible there as well as below in the download. When you click the download arrow, you will see ebooks there for purchase as well. All right, so let's get into why we are here. We are here to talk about the market data. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for that screen, and we will talk about the market data. So I'm going to share the other screen. Give me 1 second. Hopefully you all are keeping warm today. It is much colder today. I think our low is 17 degrees, which is low here. And I'm sure in other areas that is not as cold, but for here it is pretty cold. All right, so we are going to focus on Dekalb County, specifically the zip code 30083, which is Stone Mountain. And of course, we are looking at the first multiple listing service data for December 2024. This is very much like the data when we were reviewing Gwinnett County. We looked at December 2024 and we compared the month-to-month data to the August 2024 data for the same zip code. So I will be looking at the August data and comparing that so that we can discuss what has changed since we first reviewed the zip code back when we looked at the August data. So hopefully everyone can see. We are going to start with the property type of residential detached, which is similar to your single family home or is categorized as such properties as your single family homes. And we're going to start from the top with our key metrics and move our way on down. We're going to start with the month of December 2023, comparing it to 2024 for the same month. And then we're going to compare that data to what we saw in August 2023 and 2024. Once we get to the end of the month-to-month data for the residential detached, we're going to look at the year-to-date data for residential detached, and then we'll move next to the property type of residential attached and follow the same pattern. So let's get started. If you have any comments or issues with seeing the data, please let me know so that I can make adjustments. Put those comments in the comments section. And as you're watching, please give this video a like. Of course, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell here on YouTube so that you can be notified every time we go live or post new content. All right, so starting with the key metric under residential detached of new listings in December 2023, there were 35. December 2024, it was 43, showing a percent increase of 22.9% of new listings. Now, that number-wise doesn't look as big. So maybe if you're someone who is having a feel for the market, you may not feel much difference if you could recall what happened last in 2023. But looking at August 2023, it was 43. August 2024, it was 41, which actually showed about a 5% drop comparing the August months. So what we're seeing number-wise is that we are back where we started at August 2023. We are there at December 2024. So not much to really give there. But as far as the month-to-month change in the December months, we see an increase this year as compared to last year. Pending sales for December 2023 to December 2024. Let's look at that. So the December pending sales for 2023 was 25 and 15 for December 2024, which showed a decrease of about 40%. So this is pending sales. Again, there is an executed contract, but we have not reached the closing table yet. So it's expected that these sales will close, but that does not happen all the time for various reasons. So we see that there was a drop here looking at the December months, comparing them to 2023 and 2024. In August, we saw 2023, it was 20. For 2024, it was 23, which showed an increase of about 15%. So in August, we saw an increase in pending sales. And here in December, in that comparison, we see a decrease in pending sales. So again, that could be because of a number of reasons. The pending sales gives us an indication on the likelihood to close, but it does not always end in a closed sale. So let's look at the closed sales. Closed sales for December 2023 was 33. 2024, it was 19, showing a drop of about 42%. Now looking at August for closed sales, 2023 showed 22 and 16 for 2024, which showed a decrease of about 27%. Number-wise, the numbers are quite close. So we end in 2024 in August with 16 and December with 19. Number-wise, that's not much difference, but we do see that we're on a negative trend when it comes to reviewing the data for December for pending and closed sales, whereas we just saw a negative trend on the listings and the new listings and the closed sales when we looked at August. Hopefully that makes sense. So what that may indicate is that we have more properties on the market, but they're not closing as fast. And we'll see that as we go to the days on market until sale. Looking at days on market until sale for December 2023, it was 32 days. Again, when we say days on market until sale, we're talking about the day from the day that the property is listed until the day that it is sold. And there are a number of ways that other interpretations can be made with just saying days on market. So I wanted us all to know that days on market until sale says something different. Days on market until sale for 2024 in December was 47, which shows an increase of about 47% on the days on market until sale. So that tells us that it's taking longer from the time that a property is listed in this zip code of 30083 during this time period for it to go from listing to closed. And we have crossed the 30-day mark, not only in 2023, but well over that in 2024, where it could possibly take a month and a half to close once being listed. Hopefully that makes sense. Now for August 2023, the days on market until sale was 16. It was 30 for August 2024. So it went up by about 88% looking at the August months. So in both scenarios, we are seeing an increase, but as we go through the latter time frame of December 2024, we see that it is taking much longer for the homes in this residential detached category in the zip code to close, which may not be a big deal for a buyer, but it could be a significant financial deal for a seller. If you are someone who is selling a home and let's say you have other financial obligations that pull on you month to month, having to wait an additional month potentially until your property closes could affect you financially if you're not prepared for that. So that could be something as a seller you will want to know. All right, so looking at the median sales price for December 2023, it was $297,000. For December 2024, it was $295,000. So that showed a drop of less than 1%. So that's a difference of about $2,000. Again, this is the median sales price, which is the middle point of all the values of the sales prices for this time frame. Now, looking at the median sales price for August, in August 2023, it was $282,500, and it was the same in August 2024. So there was no change in the median sales price comparing the August months. When we compare August 2024 to December 2024, we see that the median sales price has increased by December 2024 by about $13,000. So for that, we are seeing that this, as far as the median sales price, that the market sales price, the values are increasing. So the market is increasing as far as that regard. Now, average sales price for December 2023 was $291,674. For December 2024, it was $313,047, which showed an increase of about 7%. This is the average sales price. So it is having all of the sales prices and dividing them by the quantity of sales prices that there were for the time periods. So we are seeing an increase in the average sales price for the December months, not as much for the median sales price for the December months. Looking at August for the average sales price for August 2023, it was $299,432. For August 2024, it was $287,758, which showed a decline of about 4% in the average sales price for the August months. So when we look at August 2024 to December 2024, we see an increase. August was $287,758 at the end of 2024 for August, but for December, it was $313,047. So we see that's a bit of an increase there. So we are seeing, as far as the sales prices go for median and average, that they have increased since the time that we first reviewed the August data for the zip code. Now, again, this is residential detached. So it also not only matters the zip code, but the type of property here. So let's look at the percent of list price received. For December 2023, it was 100.2%. For December 2024, it was 94.3%, which showed a decline of about 6%. We typically like to see this value at 100% or as close to it as possible, because that gives us an indication of if the properties are being priced correctly and being purchased at their purchase price or listing price. So showing a value greater than 100% shows that maybe there was some incentive for a property or certain properties to go above the list price, or maybe that list price was not accurately assessed, and maybe the buyer decided that they were willing to go above that for the reasons of their assessments. So there's a number of reasons why that could have occurred, and this data does not take into account concessions or down payment assistance, so those types of things are not factored here. But typically we like to see the number as close to 100 as possible, giving us an indication of some market assessments being done correctly. That's the theory behind that. Now, seeing that the percent dropped less, not only less than 100, but it's in the lower 90s, it's still not a terrible thing. It's still in the 90s, but we would like to see it higher. Now, the percent of list price for August 2023 was 99.4%, and it was the same in August 2024. So the percent of list price did not change looking at the August months. And it was higher in August of 2024 than it was in December of 2024. Excuse me. Now, let's look at the inventory of homes for sale. December 2023 was 58. December 2024 was 97. That showed a 67.2% increase. So that shows us that we have more inventory, and that could be because previous listings for previous months did not sell. Some of those pending sales maybe didn't close. So during the months that we're reviewing for December in the years of 2023 and 2024, we could see that those could be different reasons, and there could be a number of reasons why the inventory for sale is greater when we get to December 2024. When we were in August, the August 2023 inventory of homes for sale was 62, and it was 81 in August 2024, which showed about a 30% increase. And we see that it is higher when we get to December of 2024, where it is 97. So we're not closing as much. Looking at the previous data for December and August months, and that could relate to why we have more and more inventory for sale in this market for residential detached properties. Now, that could be a contradiction to what you may have heard or seen in your media sources, where there could be reference that there's not enough inventory. And what we're seeing in this market, and what we saw in Gwinnett County as well when we reviewed that zip code of 30043, that there is plenty of inventory available, and that has not closed yet. So be sure, if you are interested in knowing how the market is in your area or in the area where you would like to live, to speak with a real estate agent or real estate broker or realtor in your area that is more knowledgeable about the local market where you would like to live. Now let's look at month supply of inventory. For December 2023, it was 2 months. And then for December 2024, it was 3.4 months, which showed an increase of 70%. So this is how long it would take all of the inventory on the market to sell. And it's showing that it will take longer, and we do have more inventory on the market. So it will take over 3 months, as we look at the December 2024 data, to sell all of the inventory that is currently on the market at that time, based on how the market is moving from that time, if that makes sense. Now, for August, the month supply of inventory for August 2023 was 2.2 and 2.8 for August 2024, where that showed a 27.3% increase. So we were under 3 months when we left August 2024, but when we got to December, we crossed 3-month supply of inventory. Now we're going to go to the year-to-date data specifically for what you see on the screen. We won't be referring that to August. We're going to go through the end of both years, since this is for December. So let's look at the new listings through December 2023. It was 468. Through December 2024, it was 506, which showed an increase of 8.1%. So there were more new listings in 2024 than in 2023. For pending sales through December 2023, it was 347. Through December 2024, it was 340, which showed a decrease of 2%. So there were less pending sales when we got to December of 2024 than in 2023. The number, though, is only different by 7, so that doesn't show much impact as far as statistical significance and also what may have been felt in the market. Now, looking at the closed sales for the year-to-date data through December 2023, it was 350 and 337 through December 2024, which showed a decrease of about 4% for closed sales. So we closed less in December 2024 than we did in 2023, but we had more listings. So that's something to note. For the days on market until sale year to date through December 2023, it was 31 and 32 through December 2024. Only 1 day difference, showing a percent change of 3.2%. Not much there as far as significance. Now, let's go to the median sales price. Through December 2024, it was $280,000, and it was $286,000 through December 2024, a difference of $6,000, showing a percent change of 2.1%. And that may not be felt as much in the market as well. The average sales price through December 2023 was $284,452, whereas through December 2024, it was $289,900. That's a difference of about $5,000 with a percent change of less than 2%, which may not be felt much in that market as well. Now, this is year-to-date data, and we see that the data for comparing just the December months was quite different and a bit higher. So that's something to consider, that it is something to review or take into consideration when you are looking to move, what time of the year you're looking to move, because even though the year-to-date data has maybe a lower price point, when you decide to move may also impact the price point as well about what the market is doing at that time. Now, the percent of list price received through December 2023 is 99.1%. Through December 2024, it's 98.2%, which shows a less than 1% decrease. We like to see this number as close to 100 as possible. Both of these numbers are in the upper 90%, areas. So there's not much to draw here. And I wouldn't make a strong indication of anything based on these numbers, as they're both much higher. As we do see through December 2024, that percentage is higher than what December showed alone. So depending on, again, what time of the year you decide to move or sell or buy, then that could impact what you experience in the market at that time. Year to date, we are pretty much on target from where we were last year when we look at 2024, comparing it to 2023. And this is an indication, of course, that of course the sales prices have increased. We have more listings. We're not closing as much. We're about at the same point on days on market until sale and percent of list price received. Again, this was for residential detached. So we're going to now move to residential attached. I'm going to pause and just look for any questions in the comment section. If you guys have any questions as we go along, please put them in the comment section so that I can see them, we can address them, and make sure that we are on the same page here. Of course, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure that you leave comments in the comment section so that we can address them there at that time as well. We're going to move on down to residential attached. Same metrics. Again, residential attached are properties that are connected to one another, which could be your condos or townhomes, depending on the structuring. So just make sure that you keep that in mind of what type of property we're now talking about. Again, I will look at the August data when we look at the month-to-month data, but year-to-date, we will specifically look at what you see on the screen. Now, let's start with the key metrics of new listings. For December 2023, it was 13. For 2024, it was 7, which showed a decrease of 46.2% of new listings. These numbers are much smaller, which is similar to what we saw when we reviewed the zip code of 30043 for Gwinnett County. When we get to residential attached properties in both of these areas, we see specifically for the zip codes that we're looking at, that the residential attached numbers are much lower. So the impacts as far as the percentage changes are much higher. So keep that in mind. Now, looking at August 2023 new listings, it was 14. August 2024, it was 20, which showed a percent increase of 42.9%. So here we are seeing that from August 2024 to December 2024, we have less new listings. So we had more new listings back when we compared the August months. We have less when we're looking at the December months. Now let's look at pending sales. For pending sales for December 2023, it was 13. For December 2024, it was 6. These numbers look pretty similar to the new listing numbers. The percent change here is about 54%. When we look at August for pending sales, August 2023 was 18. August 2024 was 7, which showed a decrease of 61.1%. The numbers again are quite small, so the percentages are quite high. but we are overall seeing a drop across both months, August and December, comparing 2023 to 2024 for pending sales. So looking at December alone, we see less new listings and less pending sales. Now let's look at the closed sales. For December 2023, it was 11. For December 2024, it was 7, which showed a decrease of 36.4% comparing those months. Now looking at August, for August 2023, it was 19. For August 2024, it was 4, which showed a decrease of 78.9% for closed sales. So we see less of a decrease in percentage than we saw in August. However, again, the numbers are quite small and they mimic what we saw in the previous metrics of new listings and pending sales. So we see for December that we had less new listings, less pending sales, and less closed sales. Now let's look at the days on market until sale. The same type of definition referred here as was above for residential detached. Now let's look at the residential attached days on market until sale. For December 2023, it was 40. It was 41 for December 2024, a difference of 1 day, and that percentage difference is 2.5% here. For August, for days on market until sale, for August 2023, it was 27. For August 2024, it was 41. The percent difference there was 51.9%. So we ended on the same number looking at August 2024 and December 2024. It is 41 days on market until sale. So we really haven't changed much looking at those months in particular. We are across the 1 month time frame. So that is something that as a seller you would want to know to be prepared financially and position yourself should your home take longer than 1 month, in this case closer to a month and a half to sell from the time that it is listed. Now let's look at the median sales price. For December 2023, it was $162,000. For December 2024, it was $186,000, which showed a 15%, almost a 15% increase. Now, this is the median sales price, which is the median point of all the sales prices in these time periods. We see here that that is a difference of about, let's say, $24,000. Now, looking at August for median sales price in 2023, it was $189,900. For August 2024, it was $171,500, which was a decrease of almost 10%. Comparing August 2024 to comparing August 2024 to December 2024, we see that the median sales price has increased, where in December it's $186,000. It was previously $171,500 in August of 2024. So we see about a $15,000 increase in the median sales price for this type of property, residential attached, in the market of 30083 for Stone Mountain. Now let's look at the average sales price for August 2023. Let's start with December. Average sales price for December 2023, it was $184,664. Now we go to December 2024, it's $197,986, which shows an increase of about 7% in the average sales price here. Going to August, the August 2023 average sales price was $205,042. For August 2024, it was $188,225, which showed a decrease of about 8%. So looking at August 2024 to December 2024, we see an increase of about $9,000. So our average and median sales prices have increased from August 2024 to December 2024. Percent of list price received for December 2023, it was 99.5%. For December 2024, it was 95.9%. So 99.5 to 95.9, which showed about a 4% decrease in that metric. So these are still high numbers, though we are seeing for residential attached and residential detached that in the month of December, the percent of list price received did decrease. So that is indicating that the price that was listed is not typically being the price that is the purchase price as much as it was in 2023. the purchase price is lower than what the listing price was. So there may be more negotiations, or maybe the listing price is not being assessed as accurately, or there's some outlining factors that impact this. Of course, like I said previously with the residential detached metric, that these numbers do not take into account any concessions or down payment assistance. So those are not factors that we can assess here. Now looking at the August numbers, August percent of list price received for 2023 was 97.1%. For August 2024, it was 94.9%, which showed a drop of 2.3% there. So the drops are occurring overall from 2023 to 2024 across both the residential attached and residential detached markets for this zip code. This zip code is 30083 in Stone Mountain of Dekalb County. So we are seeing that the list price is not what we're seeing as much as the purchase price as we did in 2023 overall. Inventory of homes for sale. Looking at December 2023, it was 29, it was 35 for 2024, which showed an increase of 20.7%. So we have more homes for sale in this market than we did last year. And I keep saying last year because we're in January of 2025 and it still feels like we're quite relative to 2024. So keep that in mind as we're in 2025 when this video is being made, that we are referencing 2024 and comparing that to 2023. Now for August 2023, it was 19. For August 2024, it was 46, which showed an increase of 142.1% there for inventory of homes for sale. So we have more homes for sale, but a little less than we did back in August of 2024 as we compare December 2024. So there were more listings back then in August and much more inventory for sale. So some things between that time to December have sold. So we don't have as much inventory when we get to December 2024. Looking at month supply of inventory for December 2023, it was 2.5. For December 2024, it was 4.1, which showed a 64% increase in the month supply of inventory. So it would take us a little over 4 months to sell all of the inventory in this market, in this type of property type. Whereas in August, the August 2023 data showed us a 1.4 month supply of inventory, but 2024 showed us 5.3 month supply of inventory with an increase there of 278.6%. So we have decreased our inventory when we get to December of 2024, as it's not taking us over 5 months as a metric to make sure all of that inventory is sold. Is taking closer to 4 months. So that's giving us an indication of how the market is moving and the inventory that we have on hand. So we have enough inventory based on this metric to, if nothing else is added to it, to still have about 4 months to sell all of that inventory that's on the market. And this is referencing December 2024. Now let's look at the year-to-date data. New listings through December 2023 was 211. Through December 2024, it was 185, which showed a percent decrease of 12.3%. So we didn't have as many new listings for this property type and zip code as we had in 2023. For pending sales through December 2023, it was 139 and 102 through December 2024, which showed a decrease of 26.6% for pending sales. So we see not only a drop in new listings for this property type in this zip code, but also in pending sales. Now let's go to closed sales. Through December 2023, it was 137 and 104 through December 2024, which is a drop of 24.1%. So we see less new listings, less pending sales, and less closed sales in this property type for this market than we did last year. Days on market until sale through December 2023 was 30, and through December 2024, it's 41, which showed a percent increase of 36.7%. So though we have less inventory than we had last year in this market and with this property type, we are seeing that the listings are lasting on the market for longer. Now let's look at the median sales price. Through December 2023, it was $178,000. Through December 2024, it is $202,000, which showed an increase of 13.5%. So you'll notice that the median sales price year to date for December through December 2024 is higher than that for the December month of 2024. So keep that in mind, that again, it matters when you decide to buy, sell, or rent to own, because depending on when you do, it could depend on what you're seeing in the market at that time. So overall, we see an increase in the median sales price in the year of 2024 than we did in 2023. So the prices have gone up. Now, looking at the average sales price through December 2023, it was $197,901. Through December 2024, it was $217,500, which showed an increase of about 10%. Again, same type of thought process, and you see that the 2024 sales prices, both median and average, are much higher than they were in 2023. Percent of list price received through December 2023 was 98.1%, and through December 2024, it was 97.6%, showing a drop of 0.5%. And again, these numbers are quite high in the upper 90s, and we like to see this number as close to 100 as possible. But we have seen, looking at the month-to-month data, not just for December, but also for August, that it's showing a similar trend as what we see for the year-to-date data, where the percent of list price received is lower than it was in 2023, which could be an indication of maybe inflated listing prices or just more negotiations where the purchase price is lower than the listing price. And that could happen for a number of reasons. Now let's wrap all of this up by looking at a graph of each property type, looking at the median sales price. And I'm going to pause for another minute just to see what you all are seeing on the other screen. Sometimes I just have to make sure we're all on the same page. If you have any questions, please leave your questions in the comment section, and I'll check for those once we wrap up this document. The median sales price, we're going to start with the residential detached graph, which is here on the left. And this is a rolling 12-month calculation. So as we move throughout each month, then it continues the graph. So the gray line is the all MLS data, which is all of the data across the first multiple listing service. And the green data is the zip code that we are looking at today, which is the 30083, which is Stone Mountain in Dekalb County. The graphs are starting at January 2014. We see that there's much of a gap, a very wide gap between this zip code and the all MLS data. And we see that that gap pretty much continues, though it may come closer together at certain points on the graph. But overall, we see that the all MLS data, as far as the median sales price, is well over that of this zip code. So if you are someone that maybe wants to find affordable housing and maybe you want to find something that's underneath the trend of other markets, maybe this zip code is where you would like to find yourself. And let's see where we cross a certain point. So we get to about just before, let's say, mid-2016, where the green line, the zip code of 30083, hits the $100,000 median sales price mark. And the all MLS data has already crossed the $200,000 mark. As we get on past the pandemic and we reach the first or second quarter of 2021, we see that the zip code 30083 has now crossed the $200,000 mark. So it took a bit of time for us to reach that point that was already reached in the all MLS data with this zip code. And the all MLS data has now crossed the $300,000 mark. So there seems to be about $100,000 difference between this zip code and the all MLS data. Now, moving on, we see that they follow a similar curve as we go from 2022 through 2023, and they kind of plateau a little bit as they are in 2023 approaching 2024. And we see that gap between them starts to widen again. Once we get to the 2024 mark, they really stop hitting the next metric of the next $100,000 mark. And we see that it looks like the trend of the zip code here of 30083 is downward, whereas the trend of the all-MLS data seems to be moving slightly upward. But of course, this is a rolling 12-month calculation, and as we continue to look at the data as it continues to add to the graph, we can see what happens with that trend. Now, looking at the median sales price for residential attached, the same type of category and time frames with the same zip code, we see that there's a much greater difference between the residential attached line than we see for the all MLS line. So we're maybe at the $50,000 mark when we look at the data for January 2014, whereas the all MLS data may be approaching the $150,000 mark for the median sales price. Now, this graph shows much of a wider difference between both lines. And we see that the zip code here kind of dips and then comes back up as we approach the pandemic. And once we get to the pandemic, we see a bit of hills and valleys here. And we see that the all MLS data still, it took a slight dip, but it's still on the incline as we go through the graph. We see a dip around the second quarter of 2021 for this zip code, again, for the property type residential attached. And we have crossed the $100,000 mark just prior to the pandemic, let's say in the first or second quarter of 2019. And we look like we're dipping back down toward that line as we go through 2021. However, it doesn't go that far down and it comes right up on an incline in the 2022 year and stays on a slight incline as we continue throughout the graph. It looks like it ends this graph in this year, the end of 2024, with the $200,000 mark being crossed. And the all MLS data has crossed the $300,000 mark back in 2022 and is on the upward incline as well. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to come back to our screen and see if you all have any questions. Hopefully you found this information helpful. And I wanted to point out that when we talked about our goals for the year as a company, that we talked about trying to make sure we had a stable price point for our ideal clients. And what you'll see as we have reviewed Gwinnett and Dekalb County is that the price points are within that, within that range. So we're looking to find clients that are looking to purchase properties within the $300K to $500K range in Gwinnett and Dekalb counties. Last year, we also looked at Fulton County, but we find that that price point is an outlier to the other two counties, and we wanted to streamline our services as best as we can to reach our ideal client. So if you are someone who feels that you would like to purchase a home this year, sell a home, or even rent to own a home this year, make sure that you schedule a free consultation with me by going to the link in the bio or the link in the description so that you can schedule a one-on-one time with just us to talk about your specific scenario. You can also find that you can go through our videos with us. We have videos planned throughout the rest of the year, such as our bingo series, where we are talking about the bingo to home ownership. And with that series, you're going to learn step by step what you can do to prepare yourself to purchase the home so that you can have those keys in hand. So here at Dreams to Keys Realty, it's where dreams turn into keys, and we want you to be able to access them at the point when you're ready, but we are ready to help you when you are. So you can follow along with our series, you can schedule a free consultation, and if you find that maybe you are not in our area or you're not looking for the services that we directly provide, we would love to refer you to someone who is in your area that can provide the services that you need for home ownership. So you can text us at 770-758-5641. Text the word referral, and we will start the referral process with you. It will include that you sign some documentation giving us permission to look for a real estate agent, realtor, or real estate broker on your behalf for the services that you need. And once you sign that, we will go on looking for someone who is best suited for what you're looking for. So hopefully you find a variety of services that we provide useful, and if not for you, for someone that you know. I guarantee you that there's someone around you, though they may not have vocalized it to you, they're interested in home ownership. They may not feel like it's accessible to them, and those are the types of clients that we want to have, because we want to encourage you and educate you on how it is accessible to you if you desire it. So we want to walk with you through the steps to get you to home ownership. So I don't see any questions, but I thank you all for not only coming, but also for just engaging with us. We have seen that our subscriber count has increased. We've seen more comments. We've seen more likes. So we thank you all for engaging with us. We hope that you continue to engage with us, that you continue to come to our platform, watch the videos that we have here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, and share it to someone that you know is interested in real estate or the home ownership journey, because we want to be a help and an aid to anyone that is interested in the process by providing education and services. So there's so much that we have planned this year. There's so many things that we think you all are going to love, and we have people that are going to come on. We have some things planned. We're working on so many strategies to make things better for you all on our platform and educate you better on the home ownership process. So with that, we will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining the Dreams to Keys Realty YouTube channel. This is Dreams to Keys Realty, where your dreams turn into keys, and we will see you in the next video.